What do you think's happening in that picture?
I think she just like lost something for the
So it's a sad thing when children or people are automatically represented to be lesser than based off of color. It's an even sadder thing when it's perpetuated throughout the whole world. Black is seen as bad and other colors are seen as good. Black is seen as negative. Black is seen as ratchet. Black is seen as this and that. And it's I had a conversation with a friend of mine's recently. She was angry. And I told her, I said, they always try to push this narrative of being an angry woman. I said, you can't give them that because as soon as you say something out of your own anger, that's the narrative that they're going to point at you, especially when you're trying to get something from these people. I said, if you do anything, don't make faces, don't cuss, but speak with intention and smile a little bit because that can change the whole narrative for you. So I met a little boy, right? Quick story time. I met a little boy, and I overheard him talking to somebody else saying that somebody was calling him a monkey. He said it's been going on for years. And I was like, trying to mind my business, but it's hard sometimes. So I asked him, like, let me talk to you for a second. Like, what do you mean? I said, did you tell your parents? He made a face. He said, and that's when I understood that his parents had already told him, like, these things are going to happen. Just because you're a different color, it might be a little difficult on you, but you'll handle it because we handled it, and you can bear it because we bore it. It's 2025. I'm expecting something different because that same little boy, if he was to do anything, they would essentially he would get in more trouble because of how he looked and how he looked really. So he told me he talked to some people and the situation got handled and she apologized. And ever since then, every time I see him, he just looks at me because I bet that was the first time in his life he felt protected. I bet. And I just, when you deal with kids, I never want to paint the narrative that because you are lighter or darker, you are better than anybody else because that's a harsh place to be in. To grow up in a world because of what you look like, people automatically have a systematic or thought process of you because of what you look like and what they see on TV or what's being perpetrated in movies or what they see in the news, even though it's not real. It's not, it's a lie.